What is going on YouTube? It's Jay's Journey here again with another video, and in this one we're gonna go ahead and uninstall these wires on the R6. And this is to control the butterfly valve for the stock exhaust. I installed the full Voodoo exhaust on it. Now that I've had these on here for a little bit too long that I've liked, I'm gonna go ahead and uninstall these wire all the way up to the X-up servo. So I'm gonna take these wires out and leave the servo right there. There's the servo right there. You guys can see it's bolted on with 2 bolts and that bracket. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off, and then we're gonna make sure everything's tightened up. I replaced the dog bones. These are the dog bones right here, the factory OEM dog bones to keep the motorcycle stock. So I'm gonna make sure these are tightened. I'm not sure what the torque specs are for these dog bones, but if anybody has an idea of what the torque specs for the R6 dog bones are, let me know down in the comments. I'm probably just going to tighten them down to 46 foot-pounds or 45 depending. I don't know if I completely tightened them down last time, but that's the dog bones. There's 2 on both sides. There's 1 on both sides, so there's 1 on this side and the other side. So I'm going to tighten these down, make sure they're tight. Let's go ahead and get these tightened down and make sure everything else is good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the stands. With this, you have to adjust the width for the spools. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust these, and then I'm gonna put the bike on the rear stands just so that I can tighten those dog bones in the back. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this try to do this with one hand. Hopefully this will work. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Alright. You're gonna line up both sides. You're gonna line up both sides. And then you're gonna just push up. And as it goes up, you're gonna let it rest at the top. Just like that. And I've had these stands for a couple years, so they've been working out quite well with me. As long as you tighten these bolts right here, they're all good. Alright, I'm gonna start by taking off this nut right here. It's a 5/16. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off. That's gonna release this bracket right here in the back. Alrighty, that came off. Here's the bracket with the wires on it, you can tell. And let me see if I can get these apart, and the wire should come up, and I'll have to snip those zip ties right there to pull the wires up, and then I'll unbolt this and take the wires out. Go ahead, snip these. All right. Alrighty, we went ahead and pulled the wires up and out of the way. Here's the clip that went back here, and that's what held these 2 wires together. I'm gonna try and get to these bolts back here. These 2, this one right here and the other one on the other side, to pull the whole thing out. So I am using an extension for the other side, but this right here is a 5/16 as well. You're gonna take these bolts off. Go ahead and break them. Here we go. I'll break the other side. All right. See if I can get in there through the back. Should be able to. There we go. And then I'll back them out, and it should come out. Okay. So we got them all out. The 2 bolts, and this right here should move freely. As you can see, should move freely. I'm gonna go ahead and take those wires out and, you know, put it back in. It should work just fine without having a servo eliminator. Alrighty, now that I've got it out, here's the wires. We're gonna go ahead and open it up. And then we're gonna take the wires out. Shouldn't be hard. There's the wires. Just like the clutch, what you're gonna do is pull it up. You're gonna pull these out. There we go. It should just come on out. Maybe. Here we go. There's one there. And you don't have to take these out if you don't want to. You can leave them on your bike. Or you can get a servo eliminator. It's a little square piece, and I'll show you right here. It's a square piece. It goes on your bike. I guess to replace this and save weight, but I don't really need to save weight. It's not like I'm on the track. So we're gonna place this back in here, put it back in the bike, tighten the bolts, and it should be all good to go from there. I've got it all tidied up. Here's what the finished product looks like. There's no wires hanging. I could still zip tie these, but they're not going anywhere. They're not moving anywhere. Went ahead and plugged the wires up, put it back where it came from. I went ahead and torqued these nuts here to 42 instead of 45 foot-pounds because I didn't know specifically how tight to get them, and I don't want to over torque them. But yeah, we went ahead and got everything tidied up. Everything is tightened down and ready to go. My next step will be getting brake fluid and brake pads for the bike. When I'm riding, you guys can hear it squeal a little bit. It's really dirty right now, but in due time it's gonna be clean, don't worry. And until next time, make sure you guys stay safe, ride hard, and always let's ride these suckers.